Alrighty, boys, here we go. We're gonna jump right into the video here. I know in the last update I said I was gonna make a video of the plow I'm building. Um, I didn't make a video of the actual build process just because it was a lot of cutting, a lot of welding, and just a lot of time, and that probably wouldn't have been very fun to watch. So, but the plow's pretty well kind of done anyways. Most of the metal work, about 99% of the metal work's done, so um, it's not fully finished yet. Whenever the tractor gets sandblasted and painted, the plow's going to get sandblasted and painted after that. So I just kind of slapped just a little rattle can paint job on it right now just to kind of purdy it up a little bit till then. So, but it's not even close to being done. Like I said, it's got to get painted, it's got to get tested. It is currently a wet, muddy mess here in central Indiana. So it's probably going to be a while before it gets tested and get put in the ground. So, but yeah, we'll get you turned around here and you can take a look at what I've done. So here it is. Like I said, it's a two bottom. It's made out of 2 Sears plows. Like I said, it's far from being done, so don't judge it too hard. So it's a lot of math and a lot of geometry. As far as measuring the plow out, it wasn't bad, but where a lot of the geometry comes in is, trying to find all your angles here for what you want for back here, so that way it all lines up correctly. So these are supposed to be 2 10-inch bottoms. So when you measure from the outside of your landslide over to the far edge of your cutting edge, and that'll tell you what size bottom you have. So we're going to measure across from, I'm going to go to the inside, but it's, as you can see, it's roughly 10 inches, a little over, maybe about 11. From the outside of the landslide to the edge of that plow is 11. And the front bottom there is the same way. So if you're going to build yourself a 2 bottom, what you want to do is, when you go to measure it out, since these are 10, 11 inches, they measure out to be 11 inches. So that's how I built the plow. So technically, when you lay this out, it's inside of your first plow beam there, inside to the outside of your plow beam. Not to the outside of here. This is just the frame. Not to the outside of this tubing, but this second plow beam right here is what matters. So, or technically, I guess it would be, in my scenario, it would be outside. No, yeah, outside to inside of this tubing beam here. In my scenario, anyways. But technically, when you measure one out, it's supposed to be, outside to outside. I'm probably confusing you guys, but outside to outside, and that should be 11 inches across there. But since in my case, since I've got the frames made out of tubing, we can do outside to inside, because inside of this tubing is going to be outside of this beam. So when we measure this out, outside to inside, we're a little over 11, about 11 and a quarter, which is all right. Because if you look down here, that puts our bottom, pretty close to being in line. It might be, it might be a quarter inch off or whatever. I don't think it's really going to affect anything too much. So trust me, I didn't build this thing to be perfect by any means. So But I don't know how it's gonna do. I'll wait on some dry ground and see what's gonna happen. So, but yeah, that wasn't that hard to do, honestly. It was just a lot of math, a lot of figuring. You know, I built it for my category 0 3-point. You know, I think it's, hell, what is that across there from there to there? I mean, you're about 15 and a half, you know, and that's not including the length to the end of the pins here, which I gotta get a different pin for it there still. But I mean, yeah, it's simple to build. You want one side to be up, you want your left side mounting point to be up higher than your right side, because if you come back here and look, you see how the plows, it's angled, you know, it's angled up that way. Whenever you drop down, when you drop your right tire down in the furrow, the plow will straighten out. So that's why this side's got to be up higher than the other side. But it wasn't too bad. I think I had 90% of the metal work done in a day. So I took some of these measurements off this other plow here. This is just a single 8-inch Sears plow. So how I found my angle for the hitch, you know, the difference between this side and this side, I think it was like, I don't know, what is it? That's about 13 and a half. Yeah, and that's 15 and a half. So that's the measurements I'd put over on the two bottom. So I will see how it works. Another little update since the last video, we've got headlights in the 990 here, and we repainted that headlight bezel just to go back to the factory black there. That white color was really driving me crazy, but we got headlights in there, got the harness made up for it. They work great, they look good. We also got a new seat put on the 990 as well. Went to the farm store and got one. It's a little bit big, and I think it looks kind of goofy on there, but whatever. It's big, it's comfortable, so it'll work. But yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. You know, it took some math and some figuring, and it took some time to track down, you know, 2 10-inch Sears bottoms. Honestly, if I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't use Sears plows, just because, I'll go back in here and show you on this one. Your beam here isn't level. As you can see, it goes, you know, the farther back you go, the higher up it gets. And it's that way, so whenever you drop down in the ground, this beam will be level. You know, it'll be, this top beam here will be level. That's why it's like that so it drops down in the ground that way. So what really was throwing me off, well, that's what was throwing me off, is how that beam was. So it kind of took some figuring. But as you can see how that is, I had to make all my measurements. You have to make everything straight and square so it lines up. So it kind of took some figuring to get all that geometry there, all these angles cut, and where this was going to sit at on the plow. Same way with this rear beam back here. But this isn't a very good video, but you know, I'm no expert plow builder by any means. yeah, this is kind of the first one I built. And no, it's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but hey, you know what? If it plows dirt, then I would say I did a successful job. So might have more to come. You know, we might be building another one. We'll just have to see if this one doesn't work out very good. We might have to cut it up and start over. So, which I hope not, because that was a lot of freaking work. But it should be all right. So hopefully we'll get some dry weather here, and I'll be definitely making a video, you know, a test video of it. So, but yep, thanks for watching. Don't forget to you know, to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel out a bunch. And y'all just have you a good day.